Hey, what's up guys? John here in South Africa. Tens of thousands of people united inside of a stadium chanting and singing.
Kill the Boer, the farmer! Kill the Boer, the farmer!
What does that mean? It means kill the white farmer. And Elon Musk is talking about this and what this actually means. A lot of people are talking about this. It's going extremely viral on Twitter, on TikTok, everywhere on social media. This video is so impactful because I believe it says a lot, not just about what's happening in South Africa, but worldwide. We're seeing massive changes unfold to the likes in which we've never seen before. Well, not in our lifetimes anyway. Well, I'm going to break down what's going on behind the scenes and what this means for America, because we're seeing some pretty scary trends here. And I believe what we're going to start to see next, you're not going to believe. Please hit the like button. When you hit the like button, YouTube will share this content to educate more people about what's really happening, not just in America, but worldwide. And if you want to fix your credit to position yourself for the greatest wealth transfer of all time, we'd love to help you at my company, GreatCreditFast.com. That's GreatCreditFast.com. If your credit isn't where it should be, go there, schedule a free strategy session. We'd love to see how we can help fix your credit and position you for success. Take a look at this. Kill the Boer song fuels backlash in South Africa and in the US. The political rally was winding down when the brash leader of a leftist South African party grabbed the microphone and began to stomp and chant. Thousands of supporters joined in, and when he reached the climax, he pointed their fingers in the air like guns. Kill the Boer, Julius Malema chanted, referring to white farmers. The crowd in the stadium in Johannesburg on Saturday roared back in approval. Now imagine if you're a white person inside of that stadium. That would be petrifying. A video clip of that moment shot across the internet and was seized upon by some Africans on the far right who said that it was a call to violence. That notion really took off when Elon Musk, the South African-born billionaire who left the country as a teenager, chimed in. They're openly pushing for genocide of white people in South Africa, Mr. Musk, who is white, wrote on Monday on Twitter, the platform he now controls. Well, the same person, Mr. Malema, leads the Economic Freedom Fighters, a party that advocates for taking white-owned land and giving it to black South Africans, stealing land, confiscating land, and giving it to other people based on, whatever his reasonings are, right? Stealing people's property, stealing people's rights, stealing people's freedoms. We're seeing very, very similar things here in America. I mean, this person, you can see the determination in his eyes. It doesn't look like someone that's just saying things for entertainment. He looks very determined. And if you see the video and you look at really the amount of energy inside of that stadium that he created, you can tell that he has a movement behind him. Now, in California, we're seeing very similar things occur. They're pushing for reparations to the tune of $1.2 million for citizens who are black that are 71 years of age or older, right? 71 years of age or older. And then also $13,619 for each year that they've lived in California between 1850 to present, right? As well as other penalties. If they've been a part of any other harm crimes or harms combined, they get additional payments. And so how are they going to do this? Well, it's going to be more government. They're going to have task forces that are going to go out and they're going to really start to police everyone into submission. And so when I see things like this, many people want an opinion whether they believe it's a leftist thing or a right thing. The reality is, what I think is ultimately happening is it's almost like the analogy where you put red fire ants and black fire ants into a mason jar. They seal it tight. They shake the jar. The red fire ants and the black fire ants fight to the death, thinking that it's the other that was the issue, not realizing someone's shaking the jar. That's what we're seeing right now, and it's happening worldwide. They're trying to divide everyone by left, right, black, white, and everything else in between. I mean, they were even trying to separate everyone during 2020 and 2021, saying, oh, you shouldn't have people inside of your home, or you shouldn't date people that, believe this or that. It was crazy. Remember they said it was, you've been Fauci'd was the word. Trying to encourage people to break up with their significant others if they did or did not agree based on, the current, conversation that was had in the media. So we're starting to see this trend, and I believe this is really going to pick up a lot over the next year or so. I really do. Look at the dollar, right? The dollar is in very, very big trouble. Countries all around the world are starting to de-dollarize in a very, very aggressive fashion. You're starting to see very pretty concerning things in New York City, for example. Central Park, among New York City areas considered to house migrants. Everything is on the table. You know, when you see that headline, you got to realize when they say everything is on the table, they mean everything is on the table. Here in this article, they say there's 107,900 people in their care right now. 107,000 people in their care. And they're going to put a lot of them in Central Park. That's the proposal, to put them inside of a tent. Now imagine, they don't have work permits, they can't work, they don't have money, most likely, or they'd be in a hotel or with family, or they'd have a rental, right? So they don't have an ability to work, they don't have money, they don't have resources, and they're sitting inside of a tent in New York. Now, if you were a husband or a father or a wife and you had children, what would you do if you didn't have any ability to feed them? You would do whatever it takes, right? When you have 100,000+ people asking themselves, what am I going to do? You know, that's a pretty concerning thing, right? That's a pretty concerning dynamic. We're starting to see this. We're starting to see the fabric of society really change in America. Look at what's going on in the EU, right? This relates very, very well to what was just chanted in South Africa. EU okays $1.61 billion for Dutch government to buy out farmers, right? Pushing farmers off the land, right? Usage of Fed's emergency bank bailout facility is now at a new record high at $106 billion per Bloomberg, right? You're starting to see this whole thing start to come down. China's yuan expands its growing foothold in South America as Bolivia reduces reliance on the dollar. India's Modi agrees to attend BRICS Leaders Summit in South Africa. Nations queue up to join BRICS to promote multipolar world. Look at these new nations that are joining, that are applying to join BRICS, right? They have formally applied. You have Iran, Egypt, Algeria, Nigeria, Mexico, Bahrain, Ethiopia, Indonesia, Argentina, Venezuela, Bangladesh, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates. And when you start to look at this, you're starting to see this is going to be big problems for America. Huge problems for America. It almost seems like America's under attack, right? Many would say that that is exactly what's happening. The U.S. may face serious economic difficulties and potential geopolitical changes in the case of de-dollarization. As a result, the dollar's declining dominance as the world's reserve currency, the U.S. economy may experience rising borrowing costs and inflationary pressures. Additionally, modifications to the global financial system could have an impact on the United States' position as a superpower, which would change the geopolitical environment. If this did in fact happen and borrowing costs skyrocketed, we walked into record high inflation, what would ultimately happen? Well, of course, the middle class would get eroded, and that would be their way in which, the conversation of combating inequality, maybe a universal basic income or something like that could come into the conversation, because people that are barely making it now would get pushed over the cliff's edge, right? This, I believe, is something that likely will happen. This de-dollarization thing is just the beginning. This really is just the beginning. I mean, they're already saying that there's dollar scarcities. Tanzania measures ahead the path, right? Kenya, once booming stock market, buckles under dollar shortages. I mean, crippling dollar shortages. Iraq's oil-based economy, right, underscores the vulnerability of it. Dollar's epic drop sends franc and yen surging, right? This is what's ultimately happening here. We're witnessing a societal shift, a global shift. And this is not going to end well for America. This is my opinion. I don't think that this train is going to stop. We're going exactly where we're going over the next year or so. And I think it's very, very wise for people to understand what's actually happening, not just in America, but getting a worldwide view of what's really going on is going to allow you to make smart and clear, forward-thinking decisions to help protect you and your family based on fact, not based on headlines, not based on conversations in the media, based on true facts. That's what's going to help you. If you want to drop your comments below, we'll have a conversation about it. I mean, this is pretty shocking stuff. Like the fact that this is coming out and this is now just kind of being accepted. They're putting this, New York Times, they're putting this here because this is what the conversation they want us to have is. They want us to have a conversation around division and hate, right? That's what they want. They want division and hate. I think we should all do the opposite. I mean, I think that's the cure for it all. So what do you think about all this? What do you think about this? Drop below, have a conversation about it. Add me on IG. Love to connect with you guys over there. I respond to all DMs. So if you ever want to reach out to me over there, shoot me a DM. And if you want to fix your credit, I'd love to help you. Again, at my company, greatcreditfast.com. That's greatcreditfast.com. Go there, schedule a free strategy session. And yeah, catch you guys next video.